Week 1, Financial Management. Students learn how success depends on cash flow and speed. In a cash-intensive business, speedy collections, quick inventory turns, and daily expense controls are necessary for success.
The harsh reality of the car business is that your dealership can be profitable, but still run out of cash.
The student's textbook for this and future classes, the financial statement of each dealership, and the 20 Group composite.
We use the composite now as an analysis tool, and along with the financial statement, we're able to do a lot deeper dive into each student's departments and the profit center of each department.
We teach students how to analyze a financial statement, focusing on 13 areas critical to survival and success.
The 13 include cash and equivalents and contracts in transit, accounts receivables from various departments, inventories, there are 4 critical inventories to monitor, and expenses, there are an array of them to track. Instructors show what to do and how, but first they explain why it's necessary.
It starts with the fact that time is not on the dealer's side.
We have to quickly turn inventories into receivables.
And then we have to quickly turn those receivables into cash, get the money in the bank.
If you take a look at the statement and look at your aging receivables, when receivables get old, when inventories get old, dealerships get a painful case of financial arthritis.
Old inventories and old receivables slow cash flow and hurt the profitability of the store.
In class, students learn how to gauge their store's performance.
What's so neat about the Academy is from day 1 up until your graduation day, you're included in your own NADA 20 group. What you're able to do is compare yourself not only with other members of the class, but Academy benchmarks, best of class, as well as class averages. So just like a dealer would have in their own 20 group, each student is able to set objectives based on the information and the metrics found in the composite.
If it's that low, that's a red flag.
Students learn why the measurements are important, how to perform the calculations, how to interpret the results, and how to compare the results to NADA guides and profiles.
You're nowhere near the guide. So why do you think that is?
Students also learn how to determine gross profit opportunities for each measure that's underperforming.
These opportunities are a real eye-opener for students at the Academy when they see hundreds of thousands of dollars a year or more that could be going to the bottom line if only they could hit NADA guides.
We'll have students the entire week that are amazed at the millions of dollars they find. Several millions of dollars per rooftop, per dealership.
For instance, frozen capital. You can see how much capital you have frozen in your business. And that frozen capital, you're going to see how much it adds up to and what that opportunity is. Are you not watching your cash? Are you not watching your contracts in transit? Are you have too many used cars? Do you have too much inventory in parts department?
And that's just what one student learned about a single performance indicator.
You just found $120,000 for the year in opportunity if you were able to get your gross margins up in line with the guide.
There are also guides to expenses, policy for example. Are yours out of line?
We have ratios to show you where you ought to be and how you compare with others in the industry.
We have students at the end of class that they'll come up and they'll tell us, I can't believe I was doing my job without this information.
One of the things you learn at the Academy is how to calculate the impact of each department's policy on the net profit of the store.
Personnel cost is the largest expense.
We have certain ratios that we teach at the Academy on staffing. Very critical, because if you have too many people, too much expense. Too few people hurts performance.
Sometimes the numbers look great, but they're not accurate.
They're either purposely shortcutting the system. I'm going to show you how you can verify that in 5 seconds. And you'll look at the variances and say, I got to talk to somebody about this.
Poor results, mistakes, or misstatements may be buried in the financial statement. Instructors show how to find and fix them.
And if you have it scheduled, you have an advantage.
The study of the financial statement naturally leads to an analysis of the store's processes.
Always ask why.
Why are there delays in contracts in transit? Why is pre-owned vehicle turn so slow? These are just a few of the questions that are part of the analysis of the numbers and the processes that drive them. They also drive classroom discussion.
Jim?
Mark?
Victor. At the Academy, class is very lively. Lots of discussion, breakout sessions, interactive projects and exercises, and we even have competition among the students.
They are asking each other questions, or what are you using, or what's working for you. So it's not even just what we're talking about and how we're bringing it. It's the thought starters that have caused them to have good conversations at breakfast that morning, at lunch when they go down and have lunch together.
And even through extracurricular after-class activities that they'll be doing, they'll sit around and talk about best practices, what they're seeing in their store, and they'll come up with game plans and action plans to really move the needle in their operations.
It's an engaging classroom environment that develops analytical skills.
The goal is to understand where the numbers are coming from, the processes that drive them, and the best practices used by high-performing dealers.
Students in class then develop action plans to improve their store's results, with special emphasis on the 13 areas of concern in the financial statement.
It's a great opportunity. I think that if anyone in today's automobile field does not look at the Academy, I think you're making a big mistake, because it does. I have seen it over 30 years. I've seen good people that are decent operators come through and become stronger operators and become fundamentally sound. If that's the goal, this is the place to do it.
Week 1, Financial Management. 40 hours in class, hours of homework. A lifetime of success. Don't miss out. Call 800-557-6232. Send an email to academy@nada.org or visit the website nada.org/academy.